So the first thing that I have created is a math web quest, and in this web quest it just shows students how to add and subtract using word problems and also using double-digit numbers. There's also like a screencast that goes along with this math web quest, and like this is a pretty neat technology tool to use because the directions and everything are already in the web quest, which is really nice, and it just like makes learning math more fun for the students because they're not just going to be using regular pencil and paper. They're actually like doing something on the computer. They're like showing their knowledge. They're getting through these different levels to make it like out of like this planet, like using math and solving different word problems and everything. And you can also like use this for like the students to like create their own word problems, which is really neat. Another thing that I created was an American Revolutionary War smartboard activity, and this pretty much goes through the important events in the war, and this could also be used as a game, or you could just use it at like just to teach from, but it's mainly for like an activity. And this helps like those learners that I was talking about, the visual learners and like the tactile learners, because you can like see like what's being displayed on the smartboard, and then for like the tactile learners, like you can touch the different dates that are on the timeline, and then what happened during that time will like pop up, and then like they'll be able to see like the different things, which is pretty neat also. And this is also, you can also have your students make their own activity, and it takes less than an hour. It goes by really quickly. Or it just could be used as like a small group like based game, which is just pretty neat. You can like really do a lot with a smartboard activity using this type of technology tool in the classroom. Another thing is the American Revolutionary War Prezi, and this Prezi was created so teachers pretty much can explain the important events that happened in the American Revolutionary War, but in a more fun way to make it more interesting for the students and the teacher. And the Prezi also goes along with the smartboard activity, so they go hand in hand. And this makes learning for the students more interesting and more intriguing, and using a Prezi to teach is more entertaining for the students. So this helps the students a lot more, and especially if you're teaching second graders, they usually have a short attention span, so being able to have something like this is more better for them, because then they're always going to be engaged on what's coming up next on the screen, what's going to be new, what's going to be the next thing, and so they'll really be focused, which is really nice. And so using a Prezi, it like pretty much bounces from one image to the next, and then there's even like videos that are also on the Prezi that you could watch, which is pretty neat. So this is just a video over like the Boston Massacre, which was an important time in the American Revolutionary War. So this just makes teaching and learning, like, it takes it to like a whole new level when you're using Prezi. So this is one technology tool that is very, very useful in the classroom, and one of my favorite technology tools, just because creating the Prezis just fun for me as the teacher. Another thing that I created was an ebook, and this ebook, it explains what demography is, and there's also a video that is also in the book, which again it's like an interactive book, and there's also a quiz at the end. And there's also a form at the end that the students can fill out to collect their own data in their classrooms or even in their school to figure out the different demographics that are within like their school. The quiz is just like another step further, and the quiz is nice to have on the book because it instantly grades them so they can see their score, get their results to see what they got right and what they got wrong, so then they'll know where they like what they need to study, their areas that they need to improve in. And this is very interactive, and this is like one of like my favorite things that I created for the class. And I also created a cyberbullying poster, which this is just an online poster that was created to make people aware of cyberbullying and the dangers that occur from cyberbullying and just everyday bullying. And you could use this technology tool in a variety of ways. Students can create their own like math posters, or you can create your own like science poster, just anything. Like the using an online poster to like create things it's more enhancing for the students because they're not just using color pencils, they're actually learning a new skill, a new tool in order to complete a task, which is effective for the students and their learning. So I believe that using technology, integrating technology in the classroom is one of the best ways to go when teaching, just because you get that, like you get to like teach in a different way, and then like students get to learn differently.